The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison, and Newey Scruggs.
You are now rocking with the best. This is the Players Lounge, sponsored by Tostitos, the official chip and dip of the Dallas Cowboys. And let me tell you, everything is on go Thursday. That's what that should be called. It's on go. Everything on go today, man. We're going to take care of all the business. It's the Players Lounge. Like we always say at this time, man, we're going to keep it a thou wow. No stone will be unturned, baby. We're going to make sure we talk about all of it. But in true fashion, as always, at the desk with me is in the place to be is my man, BC, my guy, the Toledo.
Whoa, what is that?
I meant to go like this, but I don't know why my hands kind of went like that. I meant to go like this,
What,
though.
Newey?
Nah,
Hey, come get him, Newey.
It was supposed to look like this.
Come
the
get him,
wrist
Newey.
action was just crazy. The wrist action.
Man,
It meant to go like this.
no.
It meant to go like this. Don't read it. It better go like this. It better go like this, all right? We out here like this. We ain't like this. We like this.
D-Mac said, wait a minute.
Hey, let me tell you something I learned in college. Them man,
They don't play.
They don't play about that, man. They
I
don't play
remember one
about that.
time I went to say I was in something. Man, I was saying like this. I went to, what up, my boy? Somebody like, hey, you ain't know you our age. I'm like, nah, but what you mean? Well, hold on, my bad.
Wait a minute. Danny, your eyebrow went up about that.
I want to say it. I say, hey, man.
Hey, meant to go like this.
So,
No disrespect to the cues. No disrespect.
And always checking.
Derek come down.
Hey, there, Newey on his way
no
back.
disrespect
Cal.
to the Qs. No
Look, man, I mean,
disrespect.
Clarence. I thought you was repping Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? But, you know,
that ain't what he doing.
No, we ain't about to
That ain't what he doing. That ain't what he doing.
Everybody else on.
man, everybody else cool. You say
We can't
Jalen.
rap. We can't.
Can't even say Jay nothing.
Jay better not come out your mouth.
Let me say it again. Say it again. And Danny, man, we can't even get the show started, man.
Hey, man, it was not me. It was there.
No
And Danny,
disrespect cues.
and Danny McCray is obviously in the building, guys. But like we always start this day, man, want to check in with you, see how your mentals, see how everybody doing. My brother, I will start with you.
Like always, blessed, man. Everything going good. The littlest one, potty trained now. So that's huge.
Ain't God good?
That's huge, man.
What? Thank God is.
Save some bread on the plate.
I know. Trust me.
Saving bread, man. Saving bread.
You got to celebrate them small victories, dog. Yes, you throw a party.
Diapers ain't cheap, dog.
Trust me, I know. The bigger they get, the more expensive they get. See, like, what about you, dog? What you got going on?
I'm still purchasing diapers, so thank y'all. Y'all pulling new, just gonna rub it all in my face. Huh? My day was going great. And now I gotta go buy some more size sixes. Nah, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be alive, blessed to be here. Blessed because we got to hear that my man Demar Hamlin opened his eyes and squeezing hands and asking about the game. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. And this is what I've read on Twitter. Ian Rappaport reported it. So I'm taking him at his word and saying that, hey, man, he's getting better. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing all around because we were worried as hell on Monday night and all Tuesday and Wednesday. And then Thursday we started to get better news regarding Damar Hamlin. So it's a blessing.
Yep.
No, man, I echo everything that you just said, man. That was probably the best news of the day when you heard that he was responding, to questions that were being asked. He still has the breathing tube down his throat, so he's not speaking yet, but he is able to write, and he's opened his eyes, and so that's just a gift all in itself, coming from where we were to where we are now. The proverbial deep breath has occurred. Still not out of the woods, all right? But obviously, that's good news. But for me, man, my mentals is great because there is a former Cowboy that is a finalist for the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
and that is Mr. Darren Woodson. Now, I'm not DeMarcus Ware, the man, number 94. Oh, yeah. We all know DeMarcus Ware right on time. This is right on time for DeMarcus Ware to be going into the Hall of Fame. But for me, hearing that Darren Woodson is one of the finalists, man, he's a guy that is very deserving. And with all the guys that have gotten in that have been the proverbial box safety.
Yes.
Looking at a box safety.
I see we was.
So you tell me, man, when you got the news, what were your thoughts?
When we talk about Woody, I mean, I think it's long overdue, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, he changed the game as far as safeties are concerned. Because he was the first one, and I was talking to Nate Newton earlier on our show, Special Edition, about this, but he was the first safety that kind of went down and played that nickel position. You know, he was the first one to where you didn't have to take, linebacker off, bring an extra DB in. You could just walk him down over top of your safety or over top of the slot position, and he could handle it. I mean, the guy was unbelievably athletic for his position. Not only was he a box safety, but he can do pretty much everything that, came along with the safety position. A hard hitter, he was a blitzer, he was smart, and he got all those guys on that defense, that super talented defense. He's the guy that was back there getting everybody lined up. He was like the curse of his generation back there. So, I mean, I hope that he gets in. It's long overdue, but, I mean, that dude was one hell of a safety and one hell of a person overall as well.
D-Mac, I'd be remiss if I didn't give you an opportunity to speak on this one.
Same thing. I'm going to speak to from this point, though. When you look in the record books for all the stuff that he did at safety, going into the Hall of Fame as a safety, when you look at how many the person who has the most special teams tackles in the history of the Dallas Cowboys, you're going to see Darren Woodson's name up there. So not only was he doing that, but he was also committing himself to his team so much that he was out there on special teams giving everything that he had and making tackles. Not just out there running down the field, you know what I'm saying, because he had to. He was out there being a tone setter for the defense because, kickoff happens right before you go out there on defense. You're like, I'm going to go set the tone, and then I'm going to get up after I sprint down here and go be a Hall of Fame safety. So that just shows you what type of competitor he is, what type of player he is. So long overdue. Hopefully, he go ahead and get in with my man D. Ware.
Yeah, we know.
Go speak on it, man. I mean, because that's where I think, to me, D. Ware, man, was one of my favorite players. When he was drafted out of Troy, I remember everybody saying, DeMarcus Ware out of Troy, and not knowing a whole bunch about a small school guy. And the way that he came in, his professionalism, I mean, it's always funny, man, taking the kids to the Cowboy Christmas parties that they used to have. Don't have them anymore because of COVID and all of that. But you go to the Cowboy Christmas party, he's always there with his kids, always a guy that's willing to take a picture. He's taken a picture with Lil Heck ever since he was 3 years old. So I have from 3 to 8 years old, him with DeMarcus Ware. And that is, man, and that's awesome. This is a part of those memories. But a good guy off the field, but a game wrecker on the field.
Oh, man, listen, I didn't play with Darren Woodson. So, I had to see him on TV and then hear stories about him. I played with DeMarcus Ware. Yeah. And there was some games where you go into there and you say, this dude is all over the place. Michael Vick and them were the greatest show on turf, part 2. And DeMarcus Ware went out there, sacked the guy 4 times. I don't know how many quarterback pressures he had, but he was out there chasing down Michael Vick, getting unreal stuff that I've seen DeMarcus Ware do. He's top, 10 in sacks in the history. Yep. The dude's, he's outstanding, bro. And he's a great person off the field, great leader in the locker room. This is the perfect guy you want to have on your team. So hopefully this year is the year. I know he didn't get in last year. My man Drew Pearson got in last year. Shout out to Drew Pearson. This year is DeMarcus Ware and Darren Woodson's time to get in.
Yeah, it's got to be. And you talked about the man on the field. I mean, like you said, the guy was everywhere. No matter what position he played at, he was outstanding, and he was able to take over a game. He was one of those guys where if you don't know where 94 is at all times, he's going to wreck your game plan. He was that type of guy. But even more important, off the field, I don't think I've been around – I mean, I've been around a lot of leaders, but when you talk about a guy that leads everybody by example, vocal, don't matter which way it is, that's who he was. He wasn't one of those guys that kind of hoarded information and made sure I'm the only guy with all the tricks of the trade. He would show the first-round picks all the way down the practice squad and guys that might not even make the team out of camp. He was over there taking time after practice, making sure he showed all of them his pass rush moves so even if they don't make the Cowboys, they can have success elsewhere. That's the type of guy he was, man. Type of guy to give his shirt off his back to you, man. So heck of a man, heck of a football player. And like Danny said, man, I hope he gets in this year.
Man, this is obviously that's been a day full of good news from last night to this morning. The news of Damar Hamlin getting better. matter, and also obviously our guys being finalists to be Hall of Famers. But guys, switching gears here and talking about current Dallas Cowboys. Mm-hmm. You brought up a subject. You wrote in the text chain about the absence of Tony Pollard. And not having him on the field. And I think you both can attest to the fact that this offense looked a twinge different without him on the field. And it's weird because there's always been this curious case of Tony Pollard. How do you use him? When do you use him? Is he an every down back? Can he take the pounding? Can he do this? All he's done is quietly show you. No, what he's quietly did is tell you shut the hell up. Yeah. That's what he did. That's basically what he did. He came in and he told it to load. And I've always thought of Tony Pollard in the same vein as a Deebo Samuels. Now, I'm not jumping out of the cake because I know Deebo Samuels is a different beast altogether. Yep. But what I'm saying is to be that dual threat, we've seen that from Tony Pollard. In the playoffs, as we approach, and I'm not saying that the Commanders are of no consequence, but I want to look ahead to what his influence can be. When you look at this offense, guys, the workload, everything from Tony Pollard, how do you see them using him going forward? And are you saying this is going to increase, or are we going to mix these guys in?
Listen, I think they're going to continue to do what they were doing before with Zeke and Tony. I think Tony Pollard works better when Zeke is in the game. Can he do it by himself? Absolutely. I think he can go out there and he could be a number one running back for a lot of teams in the league. But I think we operate better when you have Zeke in there, getting there, falling forward, punishing guys, and then you get that change of pace in there with Tony Pollard. No matter who starts, whatever it is, just having both of them in the game, I think is very similar to like an A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. Right. Of like, you're better with both the guys, but both of them can carry the load on their own. Like, they didn't look the same against Tennessee, but we all know nobody looked the same against Tennessee. But I think everybody's going to welcome this dude back with open arms because he just brings a different dynamic to the game. At any point, you know that he can go to the house with it. Don't shoot me for this, okay? Don't shoot me for this because he ain't starting doing all that yet. But I think about him how you used to think about Chris Johnson for Tennessee. Of like, at any or Jamal Charles. Yeah. At any given time, you put him in there, and it can be a house call. Yep. He's bouncing off tackles. You don't see him as being this. Chris Johnson, not a huge guy. Jamal Charles, not a huge guy. But those dudes would somehow run through tackles, punish people when they get in there, and then they got through to the second level, they go up for a touchdown. That's true. And I put Tony Pollard in that same category.
Yes, I'm with you on that one. And I'm going to bring it to you from a defensive aspect of it because when you look at it, and if you look at it, you're going against Zeke. Now, if it's just Zeke by himself, I still understand he has the ability to punish you. Like, you're going to go in there and you're going to hit him, and you're going to feel those hits every now and then. But from a defensive standpoint, it's easier to kind of line up a guy like Zeke that you know, all right, he's going to look for contact. He's going to look to try to punish you. So it's kind of easier to line him up like that. But when you have to deal with both of them at the same time, you're getting wore down by Zeke, and you're like, all right, man, finally, Zeke's out of the game. We get a little breath of fresh air. This is Tony Pollard. I'll be able to just pop him a little bit, and he goes down. But that's not the case because he hits the hole so hard that you're thinking about, Zeke coming through there, kind of oozing through there. And you're like, all right, I got time to react to it. But then here comes Pollard hitting it like a bottle of lightning, and you're just like, man, how can we stop this dude? Cats got to get off blocks a lot faster. Cats got to, make their mind up a lot faster when you're going against a Pollard. And that difference, that throws you off throughout the entire game. And it's hard to game plan, and it's hard to kind of get in a rhythm when you got two guys that can hurt your defense in so many different type of ways. I mean, so to me, I look forward to them still getting that thunder-lightning combo going out there. Yeah. I like to see them get the ball to Tony Pollard in space, whether it be, reverses, screens, little just dump-off passes, because we've seen when he has the ball in space, he's able to do a lot of crazy things. He's like one of those punt returners that when he gets the ball in his hands, he can make people miss, and he can take it to distance like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this combo can do this week and going forward into the postseason. It should be exciting.
39 receptions, 371 yards is the effect that you're having. And then you look on the other side, 988 yards rushing. Man, and so the overall effect of Tony Pollard is tremendous in the Dallas Cowboys offense. And Barry, I go back to you because obviously, when it comes to the playoffs, you're going to refine your playbook offensively and defensively, where possessions now are at a premium.
Yes.
The Dallas Cowboys have had the luxury of mixing in both of these guys to say, okay, we can use you in this third down set, Zeke, Pollard, we can use. Hey, but now every possession is important. that's why I asked the question about, do you ramp up? Because then if you're ramping up, that's taking one of your taking Zeke off the field.
And that's just, at the end of the day, I mean, look, Zeke is a hell of a player, and he's going to go down as one of the better players to ever wear the star. But at the end of the day, you got to put people on the field that are going to get you to that next level. Right. Now, I'm not saying Zeke may have the hot hand. When they get to the playoffs, maybe, they're handing off to Zeke, and he's getting 8 yards a pop, 10 yards a pop, and he's going out there doing big things. So then you would say, all right, Pollard, take a back seat a little bit. We'll work you in, but right now we got to feed with the hot hand. All right, so to me, it shouldn't be a snap count basis. It shouldn't be like, all right, Zeke, your 5 reps are up. Now it's time for Pollard to get his 5. I'm saying you go by the hot hand. Zeke gets the first couple reps if he's doing his thing. Let him keep rolling out there. And if vice versa, Pollard's doing his thing out there and you're finding ways to get him the football and he's making sure he's exposing his defense, then you got to let him ride out there. Because at the end of the day, it's all about moving on to the next round. It ain't about feelings and, how we distribute this ball here and there.
I got a question for you.
We got to go to the next round.
So Zeke is in the game, right? You watching the first drive. My man is getting 3.5, 4 yards a carry. Yeah. Because it's relative, right? Tony Pollard's 8 yards per carry, and you watching Zeke go out there and get 4 fall forward, 4 fall forward, 4 fall forward. Is that a hot hand?
But we were talking about Pollard's getting 8 as well.
No, I'm saying you open the game. You open the game up, right? And Zeke is going out there. Your first drive, first 2 plays are runs, right? 9's 3rd and 2. You get the first down. You come out again. Same thing. 4,
I'm letting him ride. I'm letting him ride because you wearing them down. And like you said, same thing that San Fran did to us coming in here in the playoffs. They punched us in the mouth. Yeah. So if Zeke's getting there 4 yards, falling forward 4 yards, you're punching them in the mouth and you're wearing them down. Let's just say you do that the whole drive and you end up scoring.
That's an 8-minute drive.
Yeah.
And that defense is going to the sideline, sitting on the bench like, damn, we got to do this all game. This was the first drive. Yeah. So yeah, if he's rolling like that, I gotta let him ride.
But the thing is, we've seen it, and they still put Tony Pollard in. But I think that's when our offense looks the best, though, right? He's running in 4, 4, 4, and everybody's like, all right, now we got to, like you said, we got to line them up, man. We got to get ready to take this punishment. And then you get Tony Pollard on a counter or a sweep or crack toss, and then he's gone, right? Because everybody's in there like, man, listen, we got to bow up.
Exactly.
And now that 1/2 a step faster that Tony is, or 2, whatever it is, now they're not ready, and you got a guy going 60 yards to the end zone.
No, and I love the way that you pose that question because you're right. That's the balance I think that you've enjoyed through the entire season. That 2 running back, the way that these guys work in concert together, the Cowboys have been able to play off of that. You called it, the tenderizing. Zeke being the tenderizer. The tenderizer. He coming in, hey, you know exactly what you're getting, and then, hey, Tony Pollard coming in there with that fish grease. He coming right by, popping off, and you know what you're going to get in this offense. I just, one of the things that I want to see Kellen Moore do in the playoffs is use both of these guys to the best of their ability. Let's not take one guy off the field over another. We've talked a lot about the wide receiver position, and we're going to get into that. Haven't talked a lot about how Tony Pollard has affected the wide receiver room also, because he's been a big gainer for this wide receiver group, as you know. But the other question that I have for you guys, and this is it's in the running back realm, but just looking into the future, for sure that you're going to have to sign Tony Pollard.
You can't let him leave.
Can't let him leave.
You can't let him go. No.
All right.
What's the market saying to you? I know you say you can't let him leave. Well, who's out there saying, hey, man, whatever Dallas is ready to offer you, we got more than that?
Ooh.
Who's not looking for a player that's that dynamic?
Yeah,
think about
everybody.
How many San Francisco gets Christian McCaffrey, and at first you're like, all right, yeah, they could possibly win the Super Bowl, and then they lose their quarterback. And you're like, I don't know. Then, they got Christian McCaffrey and a good defense, right? When you have a person that dynamic, run the ball, catch the ball out of the backfield, it's not too many guys around the league that can do that. Dalvin Cook is falling off. Yeah. You got Derrick Henry not really out of the backfield, but the running back market, those older guys that were there when we were there, they're starting to fall out of there, bro. Yeah. And they're not there after us because our dudes are already gone.
Yeah, they out of there.
They already gone.
And the Cowboys have already reset the market at the running back position. With Zeke. So here we have, it's a pickle. Let's just call it what it is. I mean, just looking into the future. But also, you put Malik Davis into the equation. And I don't know about y'all, I have been pleasantly surprised, pleased with Malik Davis. And maybe this front office looking at him as an insurance policy, all things being considered, if you have to make that decision, and it's just, conjecture.
Yeah.
All right? I'm just asking, what do you think about that decision that they have to make?
Is it between Zeke, or can we bring them both back at a?
Zeke got to take a pay cut.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take a haircut. He's gonna definitely have to take a haircut to come back. But
if you bring them both, y'all, because don't nobody say I said Zeke need to take a pay cut. I'm saying if you think about bringing them both back,
he's gonna have to restructure something out there and get his annual fee down. But I can't let Pollard get out of the building. And I would try and do whatever I can to get as much invested in him as possible for him to want to come back. Your teammates are here, your offensive line, the game plan. Like we can work something out, but I cannot let this man leave in free agency. It's just he's too explosive and too valuable to this team. You just mentioned it, 300 and some yards receiving, 900 and some yards on the ground. I mean, this dude is having one heck of a season, and he's young.
Right.
He's still young, and he hasn't had any major. Let me knock on wood, but he hasn't had any major injuries to be concerned with. So he's a good dude on and off the field. So, I mean, you can't let something like that lead. You can't take all those years in developing this guy into what he is now for somebody else to benefit from it, man. You got to keep him here by any means necessary.
Well, future state representative Barry Church across from me. All right, you get this guy's campaign money going, dog. I'm telling you, ride this, dog. I'm in downtown right here, dog.
I'm the guy. So he got other people to cover all the rich areas. I put his stuff right in front of Walmart.
Yeah.
Vote for Church, because he's not going over there. And this is photo.
You need a campaign manager like that to go to all the dirty spots. He go to the hood, get the basketball game.
I got that. I'll take care of it. I put the nets on and stuff.
State Representative BC. Vote BC.
Vote BC.
On that note, we're going to take our first break and be right back with more Players Lounge. But when we get back, man, I want to talk about contenders or pretenders in the NFC and AFC. Coming back with more Players Lounge.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Attention Cowboys fans looking for the best shave of your life. There's a new official razor of the Dallas Cowboys, Shave Logic. Imagine not having to buy blades as often and getting more smooth shaves than your old razor, guaranteed or your money back. After more than 10 years of research and over 150 company patents, Shave Logic is proud to offer Cowboys fans a special offer. For a limited time, visit shavelogic.com and get a free $10 gift card with your purchase. Go to shavelogic.com now for more smooth shaves guaranteed.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Back to the Players Lounge.
It's only right that the best fans in the whole wide world get out of this world gear. Visit your local Dallas Cowboys Pro shop or log on to shop.dallascowboys.com. A Fanatics experience and grab Cowboy Nation worthy hoodies, tees, accessories, and more. Back here on the Players Lounge, getting down, man. We've handled a lot of business, talked about the Hall of Fame, Tony Pollard, and, man, we've... as Danny McCray taking money off the table. one Ezekiel Elliott. I'm just joking.
Is Louis here? Did he text you that?
I'm learning from the best, dog. I'm learning from the best, dog.
Anybody on this podcast has been standing on the table for making sure that Ezekiel Elliott is getting the PT is me. It's me. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. See, I'm the guy. Everybody's like, Tony Pollard. I say, nah, no, you can't do one without the other.
Oh,
it's God. But man, you know TP here.
Hey, I was just joking, America. So let me get that right. Man, so I wanted to look, guys. We have a lot of pretendo out there, and I want to go into them, man. And I'm curious because I kind of think I know where you guys are on certain teams. So, and we'll get to them because I feel like we're going to have a difference in opinion when we get to them.
Okay, let's see what you're talking about.
What color you got on?
What do you mean? It's his forest.
What color you got on?
It's forest green out here.
He has on. Hey, listen, if you listen to it, you're not watching. Hickman has on a nice green shirt.
Nah. And no, you got your colors on. You show the people what you got on.
Philly-ish.
Yeah, you know what I mean? No, don't put me in that barrel. But anyway, as we work our way through the contenders and the pretenders, I got a few teams. They just tell me, guys, contender, pretender, and whatever reasons you have. And if you have no reasons other than you hate them, trust me, I feel that. All right, but we're gonna work our way from the bottom of the barrel all the way up to the top. All right, and I'm gonna start in the AFC, and I'm going to start with a team that's on the bubble, the Miami Dolphins. Contender or pretender?
I'm gonna go ahead and say they pretenders.
All right,
they are pretenders.
All right, all right, we're going pretender.
Listen, I've never had confidence in Tua. Started off the season hot, and I was like, was I wrong? I wasn't.
Right.
I don't have.
You
confidence.
second guess yourself?
Yeah, I did. He almost had me, man. He almost had me. They started off hot.
Yeah.
But it happens often in NFL football. Teams can start off really good and then end up bad, or start off really bad and end up good. Look at the Lions. So, pretender.
Yeah, pretender. And on the NFC side, on the bubble, the Detroit Lions, contender or pretender?
This year, I'm going to say they pretenders. Now, when we go forward, I think they got something with Dan Campbell and that crew over there. So going forward, they may switch sides. But right now, I'm saying they're pretenders. Because if you look at it outside of Ford Field, where they play immaculate football, one of the best offenses in the league at home. Away, I think they're averaging maybe, 18 points a game, 16 points a game, something like that. That's not going to cut it. So to me, they're pretenders. Because you got to be able to do it both home and away. If you're only doing it in one place, you're not a real contender.
I'm going to call them a contender. All right. Did they start off 1-6?
They did.
They did. 7-2 in the last 9.
I mean, no matter what, I don't care what they playing at. If there's a team that I'm looking at and say, hey, man, I'm worried. I'm worried about the team is hot at the right time, as we always say. The offense is dang near unstoppable once they get rolling. And the defense is a little shaky, but their offense is good enough for them to make you go shot for shot with them and blow for blow. That team will make me nervous. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball, and somehow the resurgence of Jared Goff.
Yeah, it's happened. It's a real thing.
It's there. You used to laugh at Jared Goff when he was in L.A. Ty Gurley left you like, oh, man, I don't know about this dude, man. Oh, they definitely did him right by getting him over to Detroit because ain't nobody going to do it when it's the end of his career. He ain't did nothing but put together one hell of a season.
Mm-hmm. So we got pretender over here, contender over here.
Detroit Lions.
Let's go back over to the AFC and BC. I'm gonna go with your boys Duval, who has a matchup this week versus the Tennessee Titans, and this is playing for the division and an opportunity for the playoffs. Contender or pretender?
Look, this is going to be a huge game for them. Tennessee always, gives Duval, Jacksonville Jaguars, they give them a tough time. But I'm going to go ahead and say they're contenders.
I'm
going to go ahead and say they're contenders. I think they found, the franchise in their quarterback. I think this past month of December, going into January, he's been one of the hottest quarterbacks in the National Football League. We were witness to that and what he did to this Dallas Cowboys defense. So I think they're loaded offensively. When you talk about wide receivers on the outside, the running game is good with Travis Etienne. Defense leaves some to be desired, but they're still good enough to keep them in ball games. So I think they got a good head coach that can, in Peterson, that can go out there and get the most out of all his players. Offensively, he's a genius. So I'm going to go ahead and go contender, man.
And they're playing damn good defense as well.
Yeah.
Contender, pretender for Jacksonville.
This was tough.
Yeah?
This was tough. Because I want to say pretender, right? But the writing on the wall says that this team is getting hot at the right time. And like, I know it's cliche, but it's like you have to get hot at the right time. Trevor Lawrence is playing way better than he was at the beginning of the season. Better. It seems like the Doug Peterson effect has caught a hold because Carson Wentz is absolute garbage, and Doug Peterson had him rolling. Yeah. Nick Foles ain't showed nothing. But when he was with Doug Peterson, got the Super Bowl. And now you got a kid like Trevor Lawrence who has all the talent in the world and obviously is picking up the system, who's playing well. I got to say, in the AFC, it's probably a team you don't want to – well, they're playing with house money. Yeah, they're not supposed to be there in a lot of people's minds. So that's what a team you don't want to play against. So I'm going to say contender. Not contender for the Super Bowl, but contender to win a game in the playoffs.
Okay. Contender, okay. All right, so switching back over to the NFC, a team that we know well, the New York Giants. Contender or pretender? I'll start with you.
Pretender. Listen, they're having a nice season. They're having a nice season. They got Saquon. Their defense is playing decent enough. Danny Dimes is still Danny Dimes. All right, and at any given time, like a lot of these other quarterbacks, he can have a really, really good game, or he can have a really, really bad game. And I think the running game has been helping them. Saquon's ability to kind of have the defense on their heels, not knowing what he's going to be able to do because he's as dynamic as he almost used to be. He's getting back to where he was. And Danny Dimes' ability to run the ball. But once it gets to throwing it, that's when you have an issue. So I'm worried about them of like when you get into a situation where you're down a little bit and you're not really able to stick to the run game and you got to put it in Danny Dimes' hands, that's why I'm worried about you, and that's why I'm going to call him a pretender.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. They pretenders. Look, Danny Dimes, like you said, he's still a walking turnover. He's played better as of late. You know, Dayball's gotten the most out of the talent he has over there with the Giants, but I just don't see enough with it. I mean, all they got offensively, in my opinion, is Saquon Barkley. You know, outside of him, the weapons on the outside leave much to be desired, and I feel like Danny Dimes, he's going to revert back to the Danny Dimes that we all know eventually. So I'm going pretender on this one.
Sorry. Y'all see the tweet earlier today?
What?
Somebody tweeted. What's the big receiver that they ended up paying a lot of money to?
Oh, you talking about from Detroit?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Roy Williams.
No.
Johnson.
No.
From Detroit. What was his name?
I can't think.
Big light-skinned cat.
Whatever his name is, somebody tweeted. It was like, he said, "I just need 76 catches and this many yards to get my $750,000 bonus next week."
That's what he said?
That's how, no.
Oh, I'm going to be like, no.
They had a picture of it. It's like, this is all I need to do next week to get my $750,000 bonus.
It's like 76 catches. Yeah.
Okay. I said, bro, you ain't done nothing all season.
Ain't nothing.
And I pray to God he get all 76 of them catches.
Galladay.
And I pray he get every last one of them.
Said, bro, you ain't did nothing. Because Darius Slayton been making some plays.
Slayton, Richie, all those cats.
Everybody said him. They thought that was like the game show. It was JG and them too, huh?
Yeah,
they made a mistake.
So I think we both. But I guess I gotta say this about the Giants. I'm just saying this, guys.
Hopium. This is what you got right now.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Be a contender
no, it's not.
I mean, yeah.
Danny, listen. All right, pay attention to what I'm saying. They are playing the Vikings. The Vikings are not what you think they are. I'm telling you. Look, man, you've seen it over and over. What more proof do you need that they are not that? Do you really believe?
Wait, who playing the Vikings?
The Giants.
Hold on, man. We saying the Vikings is inconsistent, right?
We're talking about teams getting hot at the right times. You just made this whole soliloquy about Jacksonville and where they are right now. I mean, come on, man. What do you? All right, I'm not going to derail the show like this. All right, let's go to the Baltimore Ravens. In the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens have clinched the spot. I mean,
you got me confused, bro. Who's playing the Vikings?
The Giants.
The Giants.
First round.
I'm talking about. I thought you were talking about this week.
No. That's their first round.
I'm saying that you hoping that they're a contender because you want them to show up and do what this week?
No, they're good. The Giants are going.
You want them to show up this week and be contenders and show what they really are so they can get out there.
Let's be clear. The Giants are going to win this week.
Oh man.
Let's be clear.
This is what I'm talking about.
Let's be clear.
This is what I'm talking about.
No. Let's be clear. The Giants are going to win. Oh, yeah. Y'all already know what's going on. Anyway, not going to be derailed.
Hopium.
No, let's not be.
Because they have to win because that makes them contenders when they play against the Vikings.
Baltimore Ravens, guys. Contenders are pretenders.
Without Lamar Jackson, they are pretenders.
Okay.
Simple as that.
In the AFC with Lamar Jackson, I think they pretenders.
Oh. Okay.
It's some heat over there, including your guys.
You ain't lying.
Over there. You got Joe Burrow, you got Pat Mahomes, you got Lamar or Huntley, you got Josh Allen. Like, you got some dogs over there. Depending on who they play, you like, I don't know. I don't know, bro.
So I'm gonna speed this up a little bit because I want to get to these teams that I have on the docket. The San Francisco 49ers.
Contenders.
All the way through.
All the way.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Contenders. Yeah.
You got to give me a reason.
Oh, I thought you want to speed it
I
up.
do, but I need a reason. 11-4.
It's Joe.
They're 11-4.
It's Joe. It's just back to back. They're gonna win their division.
Okay.
Joe Burrow is rolling. You got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and Joe Mixon on top of that.
The weapons he had all year.
Just saying, and their defense is playing well. So yeah, of course.
All right. Let's go to the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, those are contenders right there.
Contenders.
Yeah, contenders.
Josh Allen. Yeah, Pixie dust.
Yeah, he contended. You got him and Diggs. They're contenders.
Dallas Cowboys. Awkward silence is not supposed to be injected right there.
I'm gonna say they're contenders.
Let's make it plain. They'll turn towards the camera. What you got?
I say they're contenders.
They like right here, right now. Because the offensive line to me is a question mark, and our defense, the way we've been playing, we do have a weak link, and we got to see if teams are going to continue to go at Nation Wright. Hopefully, he stays healthy enough where we don't have to see Boss Man Fat. So right on the line, but I'm gonna say that they are contenders.
Kelvin Joseph.
Yes, Kelvin Joseph. They are contenders.
They are contenders.
But it's a thin line.
Yeah,
it's a thin line.
I give them contenders as well.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Super Bowl champs.
Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
That's your Super Bowl pick.
Yeah, they going.
They going.
Yeah, they going.
They've never beaten Joe Burrow. So, no, they're contender, but I ain't giving them the Super Bowl champ.
Not giving them.
I don't think they will make it out of the AFC champ to the AFC, represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
All right. Well, Philadelphia Eagles. Contenders are pretenders with everything that you know. I mean, try and be objective.
No, we're going to do
everything that you know.
We're going to do the same thing we did for every other team. If they have Jalen Hurts, they're contender. If they don't, they're not.
They contenders, man. They solid. They contenders.
With or without?
Oh, only with.
Only with.
Yeah, Gardner ain't taking them nowhere.
Yeah, only
Gardner. Heck, nah. I done seen what I done seen.
No trust.
No trust in Gardner. No trust.
So Super Bowl pick for you is the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah, I'm sliding on the Chiefs
now. Hold on. You forgot the Chargers.
You did.
I did. How did I do that?
You gonna make me
my
talk?
Bad.
He made me talk about Cincinnati. Ain't gonna make you say that.
My bad. And you know what? That's my fault. That is my fault.
That's crazy, heck.
Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, they contenders. They contenders. Hold on now. Hold on now.
I'm with you, dog.
Hold on, y'all laughing like it. Hold on now.
Pretenders.
Let's take the bias out of it.
I think they're pretenders. In the AFC, I think them. Who's the other team that we just? And Baltimore are the 2 weak links.
Oh my.
Yes, they are. And you're saying contender all the way, and you are
a pretender.
See, I can't give my unbiased opinion on everything.
No,
but this guy right here,
no. You are riding with the Chargers. They have obviously struck a chord with you, and you can't see left or right with these guys.
I'm a fan of Herbert. I believe in what he is as a quarterback.
Okay,
and I believe if you have a quarterback that's good, you can contend for any title.
Do you believe they get out of the first round?
Yes. I'm not saying they go to the AFC Championship or anything like that. But who's their first round matchup?
I don't know what their first round matchup is.
Probably what? Cincinnati, maybe?
Yeah.
As of right now.
Cincinnati, right?
It could be Cincinnati and maybe,
We're going to go watch that game together, bro.
Yeah, because Joe Burrow's never beaten Herbert.
There you go.
So,
I'm playing one, though.
So, what'd you just say about Kansas City?
What you talking
They've never beaten Cincinnati, right?
How many times have Joe Burrow played, what's his name?
Twice.
Okay, God, dog it.
Twice.
0-3.
Yeah.
0-3 is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And Burrow's 0-2.
Right now, if it ended today, Jacksonville would end up playing the Chargers. So the winner will be the 4th seed.
That's a dub.
Because right now the Chargers are the 5th seed as of right now, and they'd end up playing the 4th seed, which is going to be the winner.
Jacksonville,
Jacksonville, Tennessee.
That won't be good for you, bro.
That's a dub.
That won't be good. You might not even see Joe Burrow.
Come on, man. You don't believe that. You don't really.
Who your
that,
Super Bowl
man.
pick?
I told you Kansas City.
All right, we're gonna take our last break and argue this into the break, and we'll be back with more Players Lounge after this.
Y'all tripping.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Dak Prescott is this year's Cowboy nominee for the 2022 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award presented by Nationwide, recognizing NFL players for outstanding community service off the field and excellence on the field. Help Dak earn a $25,000 donation to his Faith Fight Finish Foundation for voting on Twitter. Tweet or retweet hashtag WPMOY challenge followed by Dak Prescott through January 8th. Vote Dak. Back in action here at the Star in Frisco for the last segment of the Players Lounge. And, things always get interesting, man, when we bring up the Chargers, man. I absolutely appreciate
y'all tripping.
Your eye. Because you're not letting this go. You know what I mean? And I like that. I like that you are not yielding. You don't care about the blasphemy. Anytime you try and run down the schedule, I'm just who y'all be?
I'm speaking facts.
Yeah, those are facts.
Chargers already lost to Jacksonville. Oh, that makes sense. All right.
When they lose to Jacksonville?
They lost to Jacksonville week 2. Week 3. They lost to Seattle.
That must ago.
Yeah. It's all right, though. It's okay. They don't want to see Jacksonville again because Jacksonville wasn't even that good at that time.
They scrape Duval, man. They gonna scrape Duval up and down that thing.
Look, this last week of games, not to be overlooked, but the NFL, the matchmakers have done their thing for the last week of the season. Because it's going
to be good football.
Hey, where you used to get to this week and it's like,
resting players.
Yeah, all that. No, there are some teams that are playing for their lives right now. And one of those teams we talked about, the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers game. That's a win and get in scenario for the Green Bay Packers.
That's why I hope Seattle lose. So it'll be a win and get in for for both of them at that point, right? If Seattle loses, is Detroit automatically in?
They got to beat Green Bay.
They got to beat.
They have to beat. So it's win to get in, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If Seattle loses, is whoever that game is for all the marbles.
That's gonna be that and the AFC South with Jacksonville, Tennessee on Saturday.
That's crazy.
Good football. Man.
Have you guys thought about the quarterback matchups in the playoffs? I mean, this is big time. If you think about it, even with that Chargers and Jacksonville, if that's
two good young quarterbacks, man.
Come on. I mean, this is the future of the NFL on display right there. Even in the NFC, look, Brock Purdy, I don't care what you say about him. He is doing some things right now that's gotten a lot of people's attention. And it just seems like to me, he's got the hot hand. I don't know what Shanahan's going to do after this season, but I don't know if I put that on the shelf.
I don't know. That's tough.
After I'm done because of the way that he's playing. I mean, he's not getting in his own way as you would anticipate a rookie quarterback doing it. And I mean, Kirk Cousins, is there another quarterback that has more pressure under him right now?
Ooh. He got to do something.
Yeah, he got to.
Yeah,
man, because, in prime time, we know my man Kirk, he has issues. And right now, they having one of their best seasons. Best seasons Kirk Cousins has had, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So it's time for them to show up.
Hey, and I'm not trying to take Dak out of this fire because he's got a lot of pressure on him as well. I mean, probably boulder-sized pressure. But this could also be possibly the last time you see Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady in a playoff situation together.
Which is nuts, man. All those years.
You pay attention to this, man. When we start doing the draft and all that stuff, and you start seeing these coaches and these GMs reach for quarterbacks, you look at the league now and how many teams are in contention or have a playoff spot locked up, and look at the quarterback play, who they have playing quarterback, and the teams that don't. It's clear.
Yeah.
It's clear that you need one. It's clear that you need one. An anomaly out there would be San Francisco, who is almost plug and play because of the style of defense and run game that they have. But outside of that, you don't have a guy, you don't have a chance.
Hey, look at Denver. I mean, they thought they had one.
I'm saying you got Denver. You got Houston. You got Carolina. Look, Las Vegas still trying to figure. You look around the league and you say, man, if you don't have a guy at that position, you probably don't have a shot at being competitive enough to make it to the playoffs or have a serious chance at winning the Super Bowl. All the guys, well, for the most part, most of the guys in the in the playoffs are playing to go to the playoffs are guys.
Yeah. And you look at a team like the Kansas City Chiefs that has enjoyed a high level of quarterback play for a number of years. They're going to always be there because of the guy that they have. And so that was just one thing when I was looking at this and just the playoffs and the way that the standings are, it is going to be great quarterbacks facing off, man. And I cannot wait. We have just a few more days for the end of the season. And I'm telling you, it just seems like it's just dragging on. Not trying to get it over with because I'm looking forward to this Friday. I got a lot of things riding on this Sunday. You know how important this Sunday is. So I want to tell y'all, make sure you keep your phones open. There's going to be a lot of,
it's not even going to be on vibrate.
You turn that thing on loud. You turn it up.
You won't be responding in them.
What do you mean? I do. Yes, I do.
It'll take them a while.
When things ain't going right. That boy had me silent as
Man, don't be telling people about things. Hey, we'll be back with more Players Lounge tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And for Barry, and for my man Danny, and for Nui that said Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, we did it for you, big fella. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!